a paradox within a paradox. It's Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Time now for Cerebus issue 247, the 16th chapter of Going Home. While having cocktails together, Jocka asks F. Stop Kennedy to recite an inspirational passage for her in Cerebus. He's unable to think of one, but has a truthful one in mind, with Jocka saying that the truth is always inspirational. Cerebus notices a nearby castle ruin and points out that he once killed a guy there. Echoes of Pluto having been skirting the mind's eye of F-Stop, he now sees President Weishaupt firing his cannons, which leads him to having chest pains. Jocka denies Cerebus' claim, and he agrees, bringing F-Stop back to reality and saving his life as a result, without either of them having noticed his struggle. F-Stop then proceeds to tell Jocka and Cerebus a story of a painter who exchanged a wooden box with a broken eggshell within with a patroness. Cerebus remembers floating in space and hearing this story, but is oblivious to the moment when Jocka, whom the story is about, flees in tears, wanting to be alone. How will Cerebus react to this utter rejection of the one he loves? Well, this one's really interesting because it reflects back on like 3 other issues spread out over the course of quite a while. Not that this issue requires you to have read those issues at all, but if you are aware of them, it's a little less jarring the moments occurring in the issue, or it makes a little more sense if you know that what they're referenced to. Those being, there's actually 4. The Pluto landscape from the end of Minds, the first time Cerebus killed a guy from issue 190, the Mzuli Jocka eggshell exchange from issue 193, and President Weishaupt firing his cannons and having a heart attack from issue 69. It's very easy to feel that, Cerebus' journey has no impact at this point. It's like a different series by now, than it was when it started. And in a lot of ways that's true. But this issue says otherwise. This is the same world as every other issue of the series is. The storytelling may have evolved, and it may not be telling the same type of stories as issue 1, but it all counts. It all matters. It all comes together to build the foundation that is the current book. To me, Cerebus syndrome is just another term for growing up. Maybe maturing is too bold a term, but for a series that intended to cover the life of one character over the course of 300 issues, over 20-something years, there's no way it could remain stagnant and arrested in its development in order to survive the changes in society, the changes in readership. Everything comes together, and it has to evolve, and it did. Thus, to me, this series is one of the most unique and true reflections of life that a comic book can attain to portray. The fact that it was initially a sword and sorcery funny animal book does not make that any less true. Next time, alternate narratives.